Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 15 of Jack Reads. And this is where I'll be reading the Bob the Builder book, Bob the Builder, the house that Bob built. And so let's continue on with the book. And so here is the book, which is Bob the Builder, the house that Bob built. Find out how a house is built. Bob is building a new house for Mrs. Percival. Mr. Bentley, the building inspector, helps with the plans. The architect's plans shows them exactly what to do. Everything looks in order, says Mr. Bentley. That's great news. We've got to get the team to work then, says Bob. Safety helmet, protective boots, architect's plan. First, Bob needs to check that the land is flat. Wendy holds up a ruler called a staff, and Bob looks through his special machine on a tripod to see if the ground is level. It's a bit lumpy, so Bob asks Rolly to roll the ground nice and flat. Rock and roll, says Rolly as he trundles forward. Bob and Wendy look at the plan and measure out where the walls should be. They mark the lines with string and pegs. Staff, tripod, peg, nails, mallet, string to mark lines. When they have decided where the walls should go, Bob and the team dig deep trenches called foundations. What are these trenches for? Asks Mock. We need to start building the walls. We need to start building the walls of the house in the trenches. It's to make sure that they are strong and that the house doesn't wobble, Bob explains. We need our trenches for the electricity, water and gas pipes too. No problem, Bob, says Scoop. Safety fence, electricity and gas trench, water trench, and foundations, drainage ditches. Now it's Dizzy's turn to mix the concrete. Wendy puts some mesh in the trenches, and Bob and the machines fill in the electricity, water and gas trenches. With concrete on top of the mesh, the foundations will be With concrete on top of the mesh, the foundations will be nice and strong, Wendy tells Dizzy. Whee! Dizzy giggles as she tips up her mixer and fills the trenches with concrete. Concrete, bags of cement, sand, gravel, water bucket, steel mesh. When the foundations are finished, Bob puts safety tape around them to warn people that building sites can be dangerous. Muck and Lofty collects the materials to build the house. Muck staggers forward with some breeze blocks. Oof! These are heavy, he mutters. Ooh, says Lofty as he lowers the last of the bricks. Let's see, Bob says. Timber, pipes and bricks. That seems to be everything. Breeze blocks, timber, pipes, clipboard, bricks. Next, Bob lays the breeze blocks and the bricks in a line against the string to make sure the wall is nice and straight. More mortar coming up, Dizzy calls to him as she mixes up some cement, sand and water to stick the bricks into place. Bob gets his spirit level to check the wall is straight on top. What's the gap between the walls for? Scoop asks as he delivers more bricks. If we put a layer of this insulation in the gap. It means the house stays nice and warm. Bob explains. Next, next, we'll put in the floor. Finally, next, we'll put in the floor. Finally, he puts up a metal security fence to replace the safety tape. Bricks, mortar pallet, spirit level, trowel, sheets of insulation, breeze blocks, mortar. As the bricks get higher, it's Lofty's job to put the windows and stairs in place. Easy does it. Can you manage? Calls Wendy. Oh, yeah, I think so, says Lofty as he concentrates and lowers the window into place. Window frame into place. Window frame, ladder, scaffolding, safety notice. As the walls get higher, Bob needs to build more scaffolding to reach the top. Scoop, can I have another piece, please? Asks Bob. Scoop helps by holding the scaffolding while Bob fastens it with his socket hammer. Ooh, it's starting to look like a house, giggles Dizzy. I'll need more planks to finish the walkway, Bob calls down to Scoop. Now we'll have somewhere safe to work from, says Bob, putting the planks and the safety netting in place. Clip, socket spanner, scaffolding tube, ladder, planks. When the walls are completely finished, Bob gets to work on the roof. Could I have all of the roof planks now, please? Bob calls down to Lofty. Lofty passes the frame up and Bob nails it in place. Here you go, says Muck, bringing the tiles which Bob carries up to the roof to put on next. Wooden roof frame, hammer, tiles, ladder, scaffolding. Bob builds a chimney and a little window in the roof. He lines the roof with heavy waterproof felt. Then he starts to nail the tiles into place on top of the timber tile buttons. He overlaps the tiles carefully so that the rain can't get in. Just then, Bird lands on the scaffolding. Oh, hello, Bird. Have you come to help me? Chuckles Bob. Hod, timber tile buttons, roofing felt, chimney, tile, gutter. When the roof is finished and the house is being painted, Lofty helps take down the scaffolding. Then, Bob and Wendy get to work on the inside of the house. I'll just seal this up, says Bob, as he finishes the plumbing in the bathroom. Then, he checks that all the water pipes are working. Wendy's downstairs painting the kitchen ceiling. Phew, this is hard work, Wendy says, as she puts on the last coat of paint. Weather vane, water storage tank, loft insulation, adjustable spanner, water pipes, paintbrush, paint pot. The only thing we've got to do now is the front door, says Bob as he begins to paint. Don't forget the garden, says Wendy. Rolly rolls the garden path flat, and Wendy puts the paving stones into place. Next, they lay the turf. Doesn't it look good? Asks Rolly. It used to be so muddy, and now it's covered with a nice green lawn. And we've got a lovely green door. adds Bob proudly. Compost, trowel, turf, earth, glass paint, paving stones. I declare this house finished, says Mrs. Percival as she cuts the ribbon. And what a brilliant job you've all done, she says, smiling. Can we build it? Asks Bob. Yes, we can, the team shouts. Can we live here, please, Bob? Asks Dizzy. I don't think Mrs. Percival has got room for us all, laughs Bob. The end. And over here, we have an advertisement for some other Bob the Builder products, which are some Bob the Builder book and tape packs, which are Bob the Builder, Bob Saves the Hedgehogs, and Bob the Builder Bob's Birthday. Some Bob the Builder VHS tapes, which are Bob the Builder, Scarecrow Dizzy and Other Stories, and Bob the Builder, Trailer Travis and Other Stories. Some Bob the Builder sticker books, which are Bob's Tools, which are Bob the Builder Bob's Tools, and Bob the Builder DIY sticker book. Some Bob the Builder activity books, which are Bob the Builder Who Can Fix the Activity book, and Bob the Builder activity book. A Bob the Builder magazine. Some Bob the Builder the novelty books, including Bob the Builder, Bob's Amazing Pop-Up book. Some Bob the Builder colouring in books, including Bob the Builder, Bob's Crazy Colouring Storybook. Some Bob the Builder storybooks, which are Bob the Builder, Rolly and the Rockstar, Bob the Builder, Scruffy Works It Out, Bob the Builder, Bob's Boots, and Bob the Builder, Mucky Muck. And some Bob the Builder machine books, which are Bob the Builder, Rolly's Animal Rescue, and Bob the Builder, Scoop's in Charge. Build up your Bob the Builder collection with this exciting new range of products. Can you buy them? Yes, you can. Bob is doing what he does best, building. He's building a whole new house from scratch. He's going to need plenty of help from the team, so there's lots of work to be done. Inside, Bob and the team take you through all the stages of building a house, and a little inset pictures help you keep track of all their hard work step by step. Each page has a busy building scene with lots of useful labels. Can they build it? Yes, they can. The end. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that story. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye bye.